Welcome back to our channel. You know old is gold, but these rare coins that are most valuable, then you think don't spend these coins. If you have these coins, please watch complete video. Let's start this. What if I told you that a single quarter, yes, a simple piece of metal minted in 1999, the Connecticut State Quarter, could secretly be worth hundreds of thousands, even rumored to have sold for over $2.5 million, all depending on a few mysterious imperfections hidden within its silver-like shine? What if I told you that somewhere in America right now, sitting quietly inside a dusty coin jar or tucked into an old collection box, could be one of the rarest and most beautiful coins ever struck in modern U.S. history? A coin that carries the spirit of a 400-year-old tree and a story so powerful it connects America's past, present, and future in one glimmering disc of metal. Welcome to EVA Old Coins, where history is not written in books. It's minted in copper and nickel. And today, we're diving into the hauntingly beautiful and shockingly valuable story of the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter, the coin that turned an ordinary design into an American legend. 1999. The dawn of a new millennium was approaching. America stood on the edge of technological transformation. The internet boom, Y2K panic, and a new wave of national pride as the United States Mint launched something revolutionary: the 50 State Quarters program. Each state would be immortalized on the back of a quarter, creating what would become the most collected coin series in modern American history. And for the state of Connecticut, the Mint chose a design that stunned everyone. The Charter Oak, a massive tree that had stood for centuries, a living witness to the birth of American freedom. This wasn't just a tree, it was a symbol of defiance, the very oak under which Connecticut's charter was hidden from British officials in 1687 to protect the colony's rights. And when the U.S. Mint captured that legend in metal, something magical and unexpected happened. The 1999 Connecticut Quarter, struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, immediately became one of the most sought-after pieces in the entire 50-state series. Millions were produced, yes, millions, but within those minting runs, there were whispers of something extraordinary. Coins struck with mysterious errors, missing details, or unusual finishes that shouldn't have existed at all. Some collectors began reporting Connecticut quarters with extra thick rims, doubled letters, or ghostly tree lines that appeared twice. Others found versions that looked like proofs, but weren't proofs at all, shimmering with mirror-like surfaces that defied explanation. And then, the rumors started spreading about a handful of quarters that somehow escaped the Mint's strictest quality controls. Coins that seemed to carry the ghost of silver, their surface glowing brighter, heavier, and purer than the rest. By early 2000, these strange Connecticut quarters began surfacing in auctions, and one particular specimen, believed to have been struck on an experimental plancher, shocked everyone when it reportedly fetched over $2 million. No one could believe it. Could a coin made just years earlier, a quarter worth 25 cents, really sell for millions? And yet the whispers continued. You see, what makes the Connecticut Quarter so mesmerizing isn't just its beauty. It's what it represents. A moment in time when America rediscovered its pride in every state, when families hunted through change jars and gas station tills searching for their home state quarter. It was nostalgia, patriotism, and hope, all minted in one small coin. Now let's get deeper into the mystery. Collectors have identified several rare varieties and errors of the 1999 Connecticut Quarter that send shockwaves through the numismatic community. One of the most famous is the struck on experimental plancher variety, a handful of quarters accidentally minted on metal meant for Sacagawea dollars during testing phases. These quarters, lighter in tone and slightly different in texture, are virtually priceless, with one documented example rumored to have sold for $2.5 million at a private auction. Another jaw-dropping rarity? The off-center strike Connecticut Quarter, where the tree design is shifted dramatically to one side, revealing parts of the blank plancher. Depending on how far the design is off, these can range from a few $100s to tens of thousands. And then there are the double die varieties. Subtle doubling in the tree branches, lettering, or Connecticut text. To the untrained eye, they might seem ordinary, but to experts, they are golden tickets, each potentially worth thousands. Even the proof versions, especially those struck in San Francisco with the mirror-like finish, can bring huge premiums, especially in the highest grades. A perfect PR70 Deep Cameo Connecticut proof can fetch hundreds, sometimes thousands, as collectors battle to complete pristine State Quarter sets. But it doesn't stop there, because what truly makes this coin so powerful is its symbolism. The charter oak wasn't just any tree. It was America's first symbol of resistance and independence. And the fact that this ancient spirit was captured on the very first year of the State Quarter series makes the 1999 Connecticut coin a cornerstone of modern U.S. coinage. It represents strength, legacy, and the unbreakable roots of American identity. Now, imagine this. You're cleaning out a drawer. You find a few old quarters. You glance at the date, 1999. You almost toss it aside. But then something catches your eye. The detail looks sharper, the surface brighter, the rim thicker. Could it be one of those Connecticut quarters? The kind that collectors dream of finding? The kind that could change your life overnight? Imagine checking it and discovering you're holding a piece worth hundreds of thousands. That's not just luck. That's destiny, minted into metal. Over 2 decades later, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter still reigns as one of the most iconic and emotionally powerful coins ever struck by the U.S. Mint. It's more than a collectible. It's a piece of art. It's a time capsule of American pride. And for a lucky few, it's a literal treasure, a piece of history worth millions. So the next time you get change from the grocery store or pull a handful of coins from your car, look closer. Because that ordinary-looking quarter might just carry the story of America's courage. And maybe, just maybe, a fortune beyond your imagination. This is Old Coins News USA, reminding you that the past isn't gone. It's just waiting to be discovered, one coin at a time. So check your pockets, check your jars, and check your hearts. Because the next coin you find might just be the one that changes everything.
It's dull, it's small, and maybe it even has a few scratches from years of circulation. But what if I told you that this very coin, a simple 25-cent piece minted in 2001, could secretly carry a story so bizarre, so jaw-dropping, and so valuable, that collectors across the world fight tooth and nail just to get their hands on it? Welcome to the mystery of the 2001 Vermont State Quarter. Before we unravel the secrets and shocking truths about this coin, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and drop a comment below telling me if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. Trust me, after this story, you're going to start checking every single coin that passes through your fingers, because the next one could change your life forever. Now let me paint you a picture. It's the year 2001. Vermont, the Green Mountain State, is celebrating its rich history as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a project that took the nation by storm. Millions of people across America were suddenly fascinated by pocket change, flipping quarters, searching through rolls from the bank, and collecting each new design as it was released. But little did anyone know, hidden within these state quarters were errors, rarities, and oddities that would later shock the numismatic world and send coin values skyrocketing. Among them, the Vermont State Quarter stands tall. Not only because of its beautiful design, featuring maple trees and sap buckets that symbolize the state's maple syrup tradition, but because of the bizarre and rare mistakes that turn some of these coins into treasures worth far more than 25 cents. But here's where the story gets shocking. Imagine one ordinary day, you're digging through your spare change, maybe at a gas station, maybe in your car's cup holder. You pull out a Vermont State Quarter without a second thought, and in that very moment, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars, and you don't even know it. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, let me take you on a journey where history, money, and mystery collide. Because the 2001 Vermont Quarter has secrets buried within it that most people have never heard of. And once you know them, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. First, let's talk about the design, because at first glance, it's peaceful, almost serene. You see Camel's Hump Mountain in the background, tall maple trees in the foreground, and sap buckets hanging off their sides, representing Vermont's iconic maple syrup industry. To the casual eye, it's just a piece of art on a coin. But hidden within this design are errors, shocking, bizarre, and sometimes accidental, that completely flip the script. Collectors discovered double strikes, off-center minting, missing designs, and even strange anomalies that transformed the Vermont Quarter into a hot commodity. And it gets crazier, because some of these coins slipped right through the mint's quality control and entered circulation. That means they're still out there. Waiting, hiding, possibly sitting in a jar, in your house, right now. Now let me stun you with this. There have been reports of Vermont quarters selling at auctions for amounts that make people's jaws drop. One simple Vermont error quarter, something that originally cost just 25 cents, fetched hundreds of dollars. Some rare varieties? Thousands. Think about that. A coin most people ignore, lost between couch cushions, sold for more than a smartphone, more than a luxury vacation, even more than a used car. And you might be thinking, how is that even possible? How can a tiny minting mistake turn a quarter into a treasure? Well, that's the heart of the story. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why coin collectors are absolutely obsessed with coins like the Vermont Quarter. But let's make this personal. Close your eyes and imagine you're standing in a coin shop. The glass cases glimmer with silver, gold, and rows upon rows of carefully protected coins. In the corner, you notice a Vermont State Quarter, sitting quietly in a plastic slab, graded by a professional service. The price tag? $750. You blink twice, thinking it must be a mistake. $750 for a quarter? But the truth is, it's no mistake. That quarter has something rare, something collectors crave. And without it, your pocket change is just pocket change. With it, you're holding history, value, and a conversation piece that could stun anyone who hears its story. Now let me tell you a secret that stuns even seasoned collectors. The Vermont Quarter isn't just about errors. It's about symbolism. Released in 2001, just months before the world was forever changed by the events of September 11th, it represents a snapshot in time when America was looking inward at its states, its heritage, and its culture. Every coin in the State Quarter program tells a story. But Vermont's has a haunting beauty to it. The maple trees, the mountains, the sense of quiet tradition, it's almost like a pause in history, captured in metal. And maybe, just maybe, that's why collectors are drawn to it even more. It's not just about money. It's about meaning. But let's shift gears, because I promised you a shocking story, and here it comes. One Vermont State Quarter, discovered in a regular roll of coins from the bank, turned out to have a misprint so bizarre that coin experts were baffled. Instead of the usual clear strike, parts of the design were missing, as if the coin had been ghosted. This missing design error made headlines among collectors, and when it sold, the price wasn't just a few dollars over face value, it was hundreds. That's the kind of life-changing luck that keeps people digging through jars of coins, scanning through bankrolls late into the night, hoping they'll stumble upon that one-in-a-million find. And let's not forget the dramatic tales from coin shows. Picture this. A collector walks into a bustling convention, coins in hand. He casually shows a dealer his Vermont Quarter, not expecting much. The dealer takes one look, his eyes widen, and he calls over another expert. Suddenly, what the collector thought was a plain coin becomes the center of attention. Dealers huddle, whispers spread, and before long, offers are flying. Hundreds of dollars on the table. And all for a coin the collector almost spent on a soda just days earlier. That's the magic of the Vermont Quarter. But here's the real kicker, coins like these aren't gone. They're still out there. Somewhere in circulation, maybe in your own home, there could be a Vermont Quarter hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. And that's why, after this video, you'll never spend a quarter without flipping it over first. You'll look at the design, check for errors, and who knows? Maybe you'll be the next person to uncover a treasure in your spare change. So if you're hooked already, and I know you are, stick with me, because we're just getting started. Over the next several minutes, I'm going to take you deeper into the world of the Vermont Quarter. The rarest varieties, the strangest errors, the jaw-dropping auction prices, and the hidden tips on how to find one for yourself. This isn't just history. This isn't just collecting. This is treasure hunting, and you're about to join the adventure. But first, let me ask you this. What would you do if you found a coin worth thousands of dollars? Would you sell it instantly, or keep it as a piece of living history? Drop your answer in the comments below, because I want to know how you'd handle the thrill of discovery. And while you're at it, make sure you smash that like button, because the story I'm about to unfold will keep you on the edge of your seat. Now, buckle up, because from here, the journey only gets crazier.